What do they say? Pride comes before a fall. Here's the fall. It is cold as hell here in Houston. I have spent this morning overthinking. Today I was going to put in my walls and figure out what material to use and all this sort of stuff. And I had back and forth. And I was like, well, maybe I'll use OSB because it's cheap and most of it's going to be covered up. I don't really want to do that. I came to the conclusion that most of the stuff, like lower cabinets and upper cabinets, where the wall is not even going to be displayed. So my thinking was, I'll just use a cheap material for that. But then I was watching some other van life conversion people, and one guy, a guy called Dave, he's under the title Van Life Meow. I was looking at his build and he was like, anything I don't need to finish, I'm not going to do. I was just like, well, yeah, why bother having panels if I don't need them? If I need to attach something to them, fine. But all my cabinets are going to be attached to the framing in the walls. I only need to have wall panels for the stuff that's exposed. So all that came to the conclusion that today I'm going to build my lower cabinets, at least my main desk one, and figure it out from there. Once I get my cabinets sort of set up, built up, then I can figure out what paneling I actually need afterwards, rather than buying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7 panels and only having 3 visible, doing the important stuff first, figuring out my furniture, and then putting the paneling in afterwards. So with that in mind, I've been trying to figure out my countertop situation because I have a bunch of countertop from an old desk I made myself. It was black stain and it was terrible. But I'm deciding to use that, but I'm taking off, I don't know whether you can see that, I'm taking off all of this resin and stain at the moment so that it's just its natural wood finish because it looks better that way rather than this way. Apparently, budget block weighs the same as the cheaper particle board. So I was going to buy 2 matching particle board countertops to save weight. This budget block weighs the same as a particle board one. So I'm going to use this and get a similar one to match it. So today I am building cabinets in order to then figure out what panels I need to put in the walls afterwards. So that's my mission today. Okay, just been to Lowe's and got myself this 3/4 inch plywood, which I was trying to figure out whether 1/2 inch plywood would be strong enough. Looking at this feels a little bit like overkill for cabinets. But maybe I'm wrong. This is really quite thick and heavy. But yeah, this is what my cabinets are going to be made out of. It's basically, right now, my electrical cabinet on the left here, and then I'm going to do some drawers on the right hand side over here. And then on top of that is going to be my desk unit. So that is the only cabinets I'm going to do as of right now that I'm committing to. But yeah, it definitely feels like overkill. I'm going to keep this rail here simply for the fact that I can't get rid of it myself. These bolts are just not coming out and my Sawzall will not cut through this. So I'm just going to keep it because time is ticking on, and the guy I spoke to about him removing it, he said it was going to cost between $300 and $500 to just cut through. It's just, there's no way. So now I'm going to liquid nail all this stuff to the wall and then make my cabinets. What do they say? Pride comes before a fall. Here's the fall. Let's take a look at my first attempts. These are the outward facing bits. This is not too great. But tops are okay, I guess, which is probably the least important. This is definitely gonna have to be hidden. I've cut it in a way that instead of cutting out toe kicks, I'm doing this in the outward panels. I bought some 3-inch feet to put these on top, so I could rotate these to get the nicest pieces facing outwards. There was room for failure, and there's definitely been some failure here, but not too bad. They're all at least, I think, fairly accurate. Now I'm gonna cut the rest of my list and put them together. I've made my cuts, and I've been following this one guy, literally this YouTube video that was like, the easiest way to build cabinets. I'm gonna try just screwing in directly, which is probably not the best idea, but I'm gonna do it in the crappy corner cabinet first to see if I can do it before I move it on to the main one here, the main part of my desk. Worst case scenario is that it falls apart. I don't think it's gonna fall apart, but it may be a little bit wonky. The good thing is that I have the feet that I bought, you can adjust them to level them, so if I build it a little bit wonky, then I have ways of correcting it. Yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see. First one is kind of done. It's definitely a little bit janky. Of course, we knew that it was going to be janky, but so basically the screws that I was using were self-tapping. That's what the YouTube guy said to do, is to use these self-tapping screws, but unfortunately they are splitting. So I just started pre-drilling the holes and they're a lot cleaner. So now that this one, which is going to go in the corner, is done and works well enough, my next one is going to be a lot cleaner, and I'm going to just pre-drill all the holes so that they can end up like this and not like this or like this. So for some reason, I don't actually have footage of me building this cabinet. However, it's basically exactly the same process for building, except it's just slightly wider. So the design is exactly the same, as you'll see in about 2 seconds. Okay, here is the approximation of my first cabinets. So this one, it's actually a little bit further left. You can see here is where it's going to end up, just because the wires are coming through there. This is going to be my electrical box. It's actually bigger than I thought it was going to be, bigger than I was planning on making it. So I may add some extra stuff in there, or put in some shelves to store some stuff that is not my electrical. But yeah, this is going to be my electrical box, and then on top is going to be my desk unit, and then over here is going to be my basically drawers going all the way down. They're obviously going to be quite far back, so I may do something different with these. And then in the middle here is going to be where I'm going to sit and work. And I think eventually, now that I'm getting a feel of how it's going to be laid out and stuff, I think eventually I will have a window here, because it definitely feels like a natural place to have a window. But yeah, they're a little bit low at the moment, simply for the fact that they're going to be raised up on feet. Ignore the janky work here. They're going to be raised up, so they're actually going to be 3 inches higher, which will bring it up to here-ish. And then my desk is going to be on top of that. So 50% done. Now I need to make a start on all of this side of things. Yeah, this has definitely been a journey so far. I've learned a hell of a lot. I'm not even like close to completion, but I've learned a lot so far, and I'm proud that I haven't screwed things up too badly so far. I don't even know what I'm going to do next. It's taken so much out of me. Whew, okay. So for now, I'm going to think I'm clocking out so I can gather my thoughts ready for tomorrow. We'll see. Clocking out.
2 hours later.
So when I said that I was clocking out for the night, I lied. I didn't realize I was lying at the time, but I was. So I decided to frame this out simply for the fact that it needs to be done, and I had a bunch of 2x2s. So this is going to be a storage area. I framed it in a way where this can be used to attach some of the upper cabinets onto. The upper cabinets are going to go down to approximately about here, and they're going to come out, I think, 1 foot, and they're going to be all the way along there. So that's why I put that one there. This here is where I'm going to have my air conditioning head unit. So this needs to be strong. I'll probably make this stronger because, I mean, it's fine, but I just want to be sure. So I can attach the air conditioning head unit there. But I also wanted to make sure that I still had usable space here. So this is going to be closet, cupboard, some sort. Same here, same here. So it took me an hour or so to do it, but I think it was a good use of my time. So yeah, I'll probably reinforce this a little bit more. But now I am very hungry, and I think I am actually done for the night. So for real this time, I'm going to tidy up, and then I'm clocking out.